Today we will talk about burglary. Burglary, according to Penal Code 30.02 small a, can be committed in one of three ways. And when we talk about burglary, we're talking about burglary of habitation and or burglary of a building. The first way that an individual can be involved in a burglary is to enter a building or a habitation without the effective consent of the owner, with the intent to commit a felony or theft. The second way that an individual can commit burglary of a building and or a habitation is to conceal oneself inside a building or a habitation and with the intent to commit a felony and or theft. And the third way an individual can commit a burglary of a building or habitation is to, in fact, enter a building or a habitation without the effective consent of the owner and commit or attempt to commit a felony or theft. There are a number of issues that always rise in certain situations. For instance, does an individual actually commit an offense, a burglary, when the door is open? The answer to that question is simple. Yes, if it is without the effective consent of the owner, even though the door is open, the individual can still be involved with a burglary of a building or habitation if that individual either commits a theft or a felony or intends to attempt to commit a theft or a felony. So it doesn't take breaking down a door or a window in order to be accused of burglary of a building or habitation, given the effective consent issue and the intent issue. Another interesting example is, let's say, for instance, that an individual is invited by the owner into his home, in effect sitting in the living room area, and the individual who is invited in decides that he wants to go into a locked bedroom. The bedroom is locked, obviously, for the purpose of keeping people out of that particular bedroom. The individual manages to get into the bedroom. That individual, even though invited onto the premises in the living area, can still be charged with the offense of burglary of a building and or a habitation, simply because he didn't have the effective consent of the owner to go into the bedroom.